Hi there, it's Dr. Everybody. I'm going to talk a little bit about Project 6, where we have to draw some flags. And this is really an exercise in using functions. So we have three functions that we need to do. We have to draw a flag. We have to draw a rectangle. And we have to draw a cross. Okay, and so let's take a look at those three functions and how we might get started with them. Let me bring up a quick little thing that I wrote. And here we, of course, have to import turtle. And I'm going to do the draw a rectangle. It takes the length, the width, and the color. That's what we specified in the project description. I like to start out to put the pen down just to make sure that it's actually down. And what do? We go forward a length, that means we go like that, and then we turn right 90 degrees, boom, like that. Then we go forward the width, like that, turn right 90 degrees, that's like that. Then we go forward the length, boom, like that. We turn 90 degrees again, like that. And then we go the width, like that. And then I like to put the direction back to where it was. It just gives me some consistency. So if we take a look at this, and we say, okay, let's fire this up. Our rectangle takes a length, width, and a color. I haven't used the color yet, and we see that it just draws a rectangle. And I don't have, I'm letting the turtle draw slowly so then I can see what is going on. And turning things off, turtle.by works really well here. So how do I put some color in? Well, it can be useful to go and search for Python 3 turtle, and that gives you all the stuff about drawing with the turtle, and in particular, it's nice to have things about look at color, and we have this begin fill and end fill. So we're gonna have, we begin the fill, we draw something, and then we end the fill. And also, it's handy. You can turn the pen color on and the fill color separately, but color does will set both. Okay, so let's take let's add this in here. So what am I going to do? So before I do my drawing, we can select the color. And that'll be whatever parameter comes in. And then I need to tell it to begin filling, and at the end, to end filling. Oops. So I have this basic function which draws a rectangle right there, and I've surrounded it by the color, setting the color, beginning the color, and then ending the filling. So we begin the fill, wrap it around our rectangle that way, and let's see how this goes. So I will draw the same rectangle. This time I actually am going to use the color blue. And so now when it draws the rectangle, it didn't work. So what happened? Let's not save this guy to 2060 blue, turn the color on, begin fill. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Just hadn't saved it right. All right, so we're drawing a blue rectangle and it's filled in. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, now I can draw a rectangle with a color in it. Woohoo! All right, so what are we going to do next? Well, let's go, let's close that guy out. And we need to have a draw cross. And if we look at our specifications of the draw cross, it also takes a length, a width, a color, and a style. So we take length, width, color, and style. And the length and the width are not the length and the width of the cross, but the length and the width of the rectangle in which the cross will be done. You know, why do we do it that way? Well, this allows us to do. I mean, there's many ways you can do that. We chose this one. All right, and so what? What's a cross? Well, it's really, I mean, once I have a background drawn, what's a cross? Well, it's a rectangle like that, and then another rectangle like that. And so it's basically just going to call rectangle twice. Draw a long, skinny one and a tall, wide one. So how might I do that? Well, what I'm going to do is take my, so we think about the design here. So there's my rectangle, and I came back, and I'm at this point right now facing that way. Well, if I want to draw a rectangle down here, then what I need to do is turn 90 degrees so that I'm coming down, and then go, somewhere into the middle here and draw a rectangle at that point. And then to draw the other one, I'll have to go back and over and then draw a rectangle there. I'm not going to do all that, actually. That's what your project is all about, but I'll show you a little bit of it. So I'm going to turn right, and I'm going to go down. This is the wrong thing to do, but just to get started here, let's go down half the width. That's not the right thing to do, but you'll have to do the right thing. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to turn my turtle to get it oriented right by turning it back to the direction that I wanted, and then I can draw a rectangle there. And what will it be? It will have length, and it will have some width. I'll call it 20 for now, and it will have whatever color I'm passing. Let's try that. The beauty of Python is I can test these things out. So I'm going to start out by drawing my blue rectangle, sort of making a start here on a Swedish flag. And then I'm going to draw a cross. I'm going to start drawing the cross, and it goes down and it draws a yellow in the middle. Now, of course, it's not quite in the middle. You'll have to do some arithmetic to get it in the middle. And I'm not drawing the other cross, but you get the idea there. So let's close that guy off. We also have to do a flag. So and our draw flag takes a name of a country, like Sweden, and it takes a width, and it has takes a country, a width, and orientation. And I'm not going to deal with all that right now, but so I'm just going to draw a flag. And how do I do that? Well, I do exactly what I was doing before. These two guys. Draw a rectangle and draw a cross. So, draw a rectangle, 100 by 160 with blue. And then draw across. Yellow, and it still needs some kind of a something for the last one. So now I can say, when I run this, I can say draw flag, and I can pass it Sweden, which I don't use, and I can pass it a width, which I'm not using yet. So width will be 60, and some sort of an orientation, something like that. And because I've hard-coded in there, it's going to draw a blue rectangle and then put part of a cross on there. And you're going to have to do things like, there's a lot to still do there. Notably, things like the fact that I'm not doing the country, and I'm not using the width. I've got it specified in there. So let me slide this up a little bit so I can put my pen in there. And so notice that I actually hard-coded the width. I should be using the width. And then I want to get the longer side of the rectangle to be some function of the width that I have. And of course I have to get the orientation, and then based upon the country, like this is Swedish, okay, so it'll be blue and yellow, and I can move along from there. So hopefully that's enough to get you started.